Hello! My name is Kallista, and welcome back to Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition. In the last episode, we completed Thane's mission. We were able to prevent Kolliat from making a terrible mistake, and he only got community service for shooting at a Krogan, which, I'd say that's a win. Now, we are going to have another round of squad member chat, so Kelly, hello.
Morden's psych profile warned of hyper behavior, but he is like a hamster on coffee. He's going to be a very productive member of the team. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
Anything new?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
Okay, yeah, nothing new there.
I better go.
Okay, maybe we'll talk later.
Maybe.
How may I help you, Commander?
Yeah, I believe it should just be Jack and Garrus who have stuff to talk about.
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
Okay, no, I guess because we've already spoken to them and got the quest. Okay, fair dues.
That'll be all.
Yes, Commander.
Yep. And up to the cockpit to see what's going on with Joker. You alright?
Commander.
I assume everything's going well up here?
Good for now. Fractured my thumb on the mute, but I think I made my point.
Okay, I think that's what he said last time as well. Okay.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
So yeah, we've ran out of dialogue with Joker. Okay, and now to Morden. One of my favourite companions in this game. To be fair, all of them have been really good. Wow. Most of them have been really good. I'm so sorry, Jacob. I'm so sorry, but it's true.
Shepard, how can I help?
Yeah, anything to talk about?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Actually, wanted to talk. Medical matters. Aware that mission is dangerous. Different species react differently to stress. Aware you come by a great deal. Have had other species become attracted to me before. Awkward. Not interested.
She's gay! No! This is Kaiden all over again! Now you need to get your pride flag, girl. You need to get your pride flag. And you need another gay pride celebration on this version of the Normandy. Just walking up and down the mess singing, I am what I am. Like, you need to get on that, girl. People aren't getting the message. Yeah, I do think she'd be like, this is a joke, right? This is a joke.
Wait a minute, Morden. You're just yanking me around, aren't you?
Shocking suggestion. Doctor-patient confidentiality, a sacred trust. Would never dream of mockery. Enjoy yourself while possible, Shepard. We'll be here studying cell reproduction. Much simpler, less alcohol and mood music required.
Okay. If he was just joking, Naomi can have a laugh about it. As long as this isn't a Kaiden situation where he's like, hey, you're telling me no, but I'm still interested. Okay, now you're firmly telling me no. Okay, fair dues, I'll back off. I didn't really get the memo. My gaydar was not going off. If it's just a joke, we're fine.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Yes, personal matters on mind, actually. Got call from nephew. Promising geneticist himself. Just turned 16, got tenure at university. Following in my footsteps. Had to lie about what I was doing. Think he was suspicious. Doesn't matter. Still good to hear his voice.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah, here's the thing. Considering where he used to work, his family probably don't know much about what he's done.
Does anyone in your family know about what you really did for the government?
No, I'm lying, but won't pry. Solarians curious as a people, but also have social cues. Keep two types of secrets from family. First type, personal or guilt-based. Invite suspicion, exploration, puzzle to be solved. Reward for curiosity, intelligence. Drama. Other secrets, more serious. Dangerous if discovered. Signals discourage curiosity for protection of family.
Why wouldn't everyone give clues that their secrets were too dangerous to be uncovered?
Not conscious. Social, reflexive body language. Can't fake it. Example. Yawning perceived as contagious among humans. Subject observes yawn. Sensory input deactivates left periamygdalar region. Subject yawns in response. Social empathy. Also works with dogs. Salarian faking signals to discourage curiosity, similar to human faking a yawn. Can try, but effectiveness limited.
Are you calling him because you're worried we won't make it back?
No. Aware survival unlikely, but actually contacted him for family connection. Hard to imagine galaxy. Too many people, faceless, statistics easy to depersonalize. Good when doing unpleasant work. For this fight, want personal connection. Can't anthropomorphize galaxy, but can think of favorite nephew. Fighting for him.
God, I love Morden so much. I love him so goddamn much. Yeah, you said he had, what was it, he had just graduated university, I think, and he's only like 16, but then again, Salarians only live to about 40. He's almost middle-aged, bless him.
Your nephew got tenure at 16? Is he a genius or a scientific prodigy?
No, wait. Don't want to insult him. Yes, but not in manner you meant. Remember, Salarian lives short. Mature rapidly by your standards. Don't live much past 40.
Yeah. It was good to talk with him. For a minute there, considering he came out from behind his desk before, I was worried. You know, got a call from my nephew, age 16. He'd like to go out on a date with you. Like, I was worried that's where it was going. No, this was lovely.
I'm glad you got to talk to family before we finish this. And I'm glad we talked too, Morden.
Honored to be part of this, Shepard. Helped preserve Galaxy before with genophage. Dirty work. Ethically ambiguous. Problematic. Collector's mission simpler, cleaner. We'll be proud to see it in Morden's Solus biography vid. Unless we all die. Proud posthumously, in that case. Regardless. Thank you.
Oh, why do I think that was the last chat with Morden? Oh, no, it makes me feel like the game is ending. I don't like this feeling.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Having trouble working between your interruptions and Edie's insistence that insane experiments endanger entire crew. Hard to concentrate. Affecting morale. Anything else?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll leave you be. I don't want you to be grumpy.
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need me.
Oh my god. I hate saying goodbye to games. I don't like it. And a yoink. Now, I could have sworn. I thought we picked up another weave thing. Oh, wait a minute. I guess it was probably applied automatically. Okay, fair dues. I still don't know whether I want the medbay upgrade. Oh. And right there. Okay. Yes, I want more health. Thank you kindly. Okay, I'm glad I checked. I'm glad I checked all of them. Okay, good stuff. Alrighty then. Now then, hello Jacob.
Commander, can I help you with something?
Yeah, let's chat, but in a perfectly platonic, non-sexy way.
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Sounds good. I could use some downtime. There's always something, right? The way some people talk, we may as well be dead already. Hard for the crew to relax on this kind of job.
I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous when I talk to Jacob because the ship needs a bar so we can fuck on it. Like, I don't... How are you doing? Would you like to fuck? Like, I'm just like, please, no, she's gay. Naomi is the big gay. She does not want to see this man naked, like, ever. Oh... That's it. She wants to be friendly. She doesn't want to shag him. Like, oh. This is why I like in Dragon Age, when it's a flirt, there's a little heart in the middle of the spinny thing, the conversation wheel. I like that. I like knowing, okay, that's a flirt. That's a flirt, and I can avoid it if I so choose. Why is this? I'd pick how are you doing, but the fact that it's the renegade option, I'm like, why is how are you doing a renegade option? I don't... Okay. Okay. Let's see if we can figure this out. Let's see. I mean, if you never let your guard down, then you're going to live in a state of heightened stress, and that's going to end you prematurely. Does the ship need a bar? That's the question. I mean, Naomi wants to scrap the ship. Why would she add a bar to it? I guess that just like, how are you? I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be friendly. I don't want to fuck you.
You alright, Jacob? It's gotta be rough finding out about your father on top of everything else.
I covered this. The stuff we're dealing with, way more important than any of my personal shit. Let it go, Shepard, I have.
Okay, that's completely fair.
You got it, Jacob. You say you're focused, that's good enough for me.
I appreciate it. Once the real problems are out of the way, we can drown the little stuff in a bar somewhere. Bore a dancer with it.
Sure. I love that kind of thing.
Sometimes you just need someone to smile and nod while you talk. But that's a long way off. The numbers say we've got a lot of dying to do first. Always on the wrong side of the odds, huh, Shepard?
Yeah, if you believe the predictions. If you believe the predictions, just do the thing. Just do the thing. Oh, you predicted to fail, fuck it, have a go anyway. Everyone loves a have-a-go hero.
That's all guesswork till we're done. No point in worrying.
Never been one to worry. I'm just a realist. Anyway, I need to get back to work. Good talking to you.
That was lovely. That was perfect. There was no talk of fucking whatsoever. That was... Yes! More conversations like that, please. Good work, Jacob.
Commander, can I help you with something?
And again, I always have to double check.
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Already? I'm not big on forcing these talks, Shepard. Let's do this later.
Okay, goodbye.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
Again, fantastic chat. A genuinely nice chat with Jacob. That was lovely. She even sounded normal for most of that. Like I said, that I just want to talk for a bit. Like, no, stop it. You're gay. Don't talk like this. Again, she's looking out the window. The pain. She thinks about Liara and just the pain in her heart. But she was sexy. She is still sexy, to be fair. The lust just comes out every time she looks out of Jacob's window and she sees that random bit of blue that passes by. She just can't help it. The lust just rises within her.
Shepard.
Samara? Yeah, I think we have gotten her upgrade, right?
Do you have any suggestions about using some of the resources we've gathered?
I have done what I can to increase our exploration capabilities. Anything beyond that is up to you.
Okay, good stuff. Just checking.
I wanted to check in.
I am always happy to talk with you.
Okay, tell me about justicars.
I'm interested in hearing more about Asari justicars.
We hold a unique place in Asari culture. Justicars are from another era. Young Asari grow up watching vids about our adventures. Pure fiction, of course. Some Asari are uncomfortable with us, but so few Justicars exist that most have never met one.
Yeah, why are there so few? Again, she just said, "Oh, we're from a different era." I guess that most people think, "Oh, we've evolved beyond the need for justicars," but some more traditional Asari are like, "No, I want to do that with my life." People like Samara, you know, this is the path I want to walk.
There are only a few justicars?
Few Asari wish to make the sacrifices necessary to become one of us, and the training has a high casualty rate. It is a life of constant danger. Throughout the entire galaxy, there are only a handful of us at any time.
I mean, it sounds terrible. I mean, that depends on how you look at it. That depends on how you look at it. I'm sure there are people who would look at Naomi's life in the military and be like, "Oh, that sounds terrible. That I could never live like that." Naomi can, though. If you think that sounds terrible and you couldn't live that life, that's fair. That's why you're not living it. But if some people are suited to it... I mean, who is Naomi to judge how she lives her life? To be honest, I think it sounds more sad than terrible. Especially what Samara's gone through.
This code of the Justicar seems central to your life.
It is 5,000 sutras and covers every situation one can encounter. I have memorized every word. There is only the code.
Yeah, is it... You say it has every situation that one can encounter, but the galaxy is a very big place. Sometimes you might need flexibility.
Sometimes justice calls for mercy.
It does not exist to bring about spiritual enlightenment. Its purpose is to punish the wicked and protect the innocent.
Okay.
The Asari I've spoken to seem conflicted about justicars.
In this age, people see shades of gray everywhere. The code of the Justicar is black and white. I might seem a hero to many, but I would kill all of them if I had to.
And how do you see justicars?
What role do you think justicars have in Asari society?
I would say that the closest human equivalent is a knight-errant in your medieval lore. Perhaps mixed with a bit of samurai.
What does your code say about killing?
I am compelled to kill the wicked. If a Justicar is involved, peaceful solutions are long past.
Okay. That is a fair point. Do you feel guilt about any of this? Again, to be fair, if it's, you know, like, "Oh, I have to kill the wicked," if I'm involved, then peace is, you know, we passed that point ages ago. She probably doesn't feel any remorse, but this one I'm happy to ask.
You make killing sound so casual.
I remember each being I have slain. They are always in my thoughts.
So Morinth will always be in your thoughts. You will always remember killing her. Oof.
Does the code forbid romantic involvement?
It does not. However, I would never be interested in such. That part of my life is well behind me.
Okay, that's fair. I don't think that... No. I can see you. What is that I see in the middle of the wheel? Is that the faint outline of a heart? This in itself, perfectly innocent question. However, if Samara says, "Yep, I'm not interested in romance," that's fair. Naomi isn't interested in romance. She is very much like, I've recently had my heart broken. I'm not down for that. No, thank you.
You know about knights errant and samurai?
When I knew I must leave Asari space again, I studied the history and morals of new species. When I was a maiden wandering the galaxy, humans had not yet arrived.
Damn.
What did your studies tell you about us?
You are more individualistic than any other species I have encountered. If 3 humans are in a room, there will be 6 opinions. I like your species. I am curious to see what you will do.
Hey. Yeah, this was a good chat, Samara.
I should go.
I'm glad we spoke.
Same. That was really nice.
Shepard.
I know I could interrupt that, but I always feel like it would be disrespectful. Samara, she just has this air of, you will respect me, and I'm just, I'll let the cutscene play out. I'll let it play out.
How are you?
Perhaps we could speak later. I wish to meditate.
Fair play.
I should go.
Of course.
Good stuff. That was Edie, okay. Now then, Thane, buddy. How are you?
Do you need something?
You mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all.
Okay, yeah, I think we've asked about that. And I presume we've picked up his upgrade.
We need to have the best equipment possible to take on the collectors. You have any leads I could chase down?
I've already upgraded the Normandy's exploration probes. I have no additional suggestions.
Okay, thank you kindly.
There's something else I'd like to talk about.
Ask.
Yourself.
Have a few minutes to talk?
Certainly.
I mean, you're not a typical assassin. What is typical for an assassin? How did he get into this line of work? I think that'd be a better question.
What made you decide to become an assassin?
I was asked to become one. The Hanar trained my body for this role since I was 6 years old.
Damn.
You've been killing since you were 6?
Of course not. I didn't make my first kill until I was 12. They were training me. I was not to be used and thrown away. I was an investment.
God. Naomi probably, had her first kill when she was young. But I'd say it was probably around the age of, 13, 14. She had been running with the gang for a little bit before that because, again, she was tough and she could run like fuck. So she was, delivering packages in inverted commas. They totally weren't drugs. She was doing that. It was only when she was 13 she was made homeless, and then she properly joined the gang, and they realized, oh shit, you're quite tough. You can put the beat down on people. Have a gun. So it was a bit after that she probably made her first ever kill, but still to be trained from that from 6. And again, I was an investment. That is so cold.
You were a child, not an investment.
I've given you the wrong idea. They valued me, yes, as a resource, but also as a person. They regretted their need for me.
The Hanar? Excessively polite, worship the Protheans? They don't seem the type who train assassins.
Every species trains assassins. The Hanar are only unusual in that they need other species to do the killing for them. They have a strong grip and natural toxins, but have you ever seen one move quickly outside of water? Or fire a gun?
No, the Hanar are in an extremely unique position. For them to live in the wider galactic society, they are gonna need people to do stuff for them. He has a point. It's not necessarily a pleasant point, but it's a point.
Why did your parents agree to this?
The agreement was made under the Compact. It was an honor for our family.
The Compact?
We live on the Hanar homeworld because they rescued us. Some of us from extinction. We owe them our lives. That is the Compact.
What exactly are the terms of the Compact?
There are many things the Hanar can't do, even with mechanical aid. They ask Drell to assist them.
The Hanar sound like wimps. No, they evolved on a specific planet, and not many other places are good for them. That's not wimpish. That is no more wimpish than the Quarians' very, very dodgy immune system. It's just life. That's not being a wimp. That's just how things are. Yeah. That would sound very slavery-ish to Naomi.
This can't be legal. They made your whole race into slaves.
Don't insult me, Shepard. Anyone can refuse to serve. Few do. We owe our existence to the Hanar. We are proud to repay the debt.
Why was your race going extinct?
Overpopulation. That must sound trite to you. Humans developed mass effect drive before the problem became acute. Our homeworld, Rakana, had few resources. We hadn't even developed fusion power when the soil began to fail from overuse and pollution. The Hanar found us a century ago. They sent hundreds of ships, evacuated thousands of us. Billions more had to be left behind.
And what's Rakana like now?
What's the state of Rakana now?
Do you read your philosophers? A man named Thomas Hobbes. When all the world is overcharged with inhabitants, then the last remedy of all is war, which provideth for every man by victory or death. As Rakana died around them, my people slaughtered each other for mouthfuls of water, crumbs of food.
Oof. Oof.
But you don't kill for the Hanar anymore. You're freelance. What changed?
I was asleep for a long time, yes. I paid no attention to what my body was asked to do, but then... Laser dot trembles on the skull. One finger twitch. He dies. Then, the smell of spice on the spring wind. Sunset-colored eyes defiant in the scope. The laser dances away. My apologies. Drell slip into memory so easily.
I mean, we've seen him do this before, but this is our first opportunity to actually ask about that again. I think the game expected me to go to a system, immediately come back and talk to everyone. Yeah, no, I play on my own time. I play on my own time. I will do stuff at my own pace.
Was that one of your assassinations?
Yes. Perhaps we can discuss it later. I've wasted too much of your time.
Okie doke. Okie doke.
Do you need something?
And again, just to check.
Have a few minutes to talk?
Later. I'd like to consider what we've already discussed.
Fair play, Thane.
I should go.
I shall return to my meditations.
Okay, good stuff. And you know what? I am almost out of time for this episode, so I will stop here. And again, some more codex entries. Nothing new under primary, though. Sad times. Okay, Asari justicars. Despite the refinement and sophistication of Asari culture, criminality remains a fact of life. The Asari solution to the most vicious and destructive criminal element is the justicar order. Justicars are an Asari class of virtually untouchable, extrajudicial executioners operating almost exclusively within Asari territory. In the last decade alone, justicars have smashed dozens of criminal rings inside Asari territory, operated by Asari and non-Asari alike. Their methods range from subtle, where possible, to brutal where necessary. Trained for extreme strength, biotic capability, resourcefulness, asceticism, and ruthlessness, the fanatical justicars are romanticized and feared throughout Asari society. Although justicars generally work alone, their effectiveness arises from the huge body of knowledge they can access. Any Asari who enters the ranks of justicars has already spent centuries in a combination of criminal investigation, military intelligence, and combat experience. The collective body of justicar knowledge exceeds even that of the Spectres. Justicars tend to be independent, requiring little help but also scorning it, since such advanced skill and experience usually travels with a powerful ego. The conflicts presented by such arrogance prompted the Justicar Order to develop the Oaths of Subsumation. The Oaths pledge protection of the innocent, the punishment of the guilty, and the defense of common law and the norms of Asari society. The effect of the Oaths is conservative, ensuring that Justicars respect the existing distribution of Asari power rather than staging a coup to rearrange society according to Justicar satisfaction. Nevertheless, the possibility of such an attack is a source of anxiety and counterintelligence among the Asari elite. Of all the pledges, the third oath of subsumation is sworn the least of any of the oaths. Requiring a Justicar to swear loyalty that overrides the dictates of even the Justicar Code, the third oath is usually invoked in matters where even the black or white thinking of Justicars is forced to concede the existence of grey. Very interesting. And Drell culture. 8 centuries ago, the already arid Drell homeworld, Rakana, began its swift descent into lifelessness due to disastrous industrial expansion. Because their population was bursting at 11 billion and they did not possess interstellar flight capacity, the Drell would have been doomed without the intervention of the Hanar. Following first contact, the Hanar spent 10 years transporting 375,000 willing Drell to their own homeworld, Khaje. The remaining billions perished in the dying world, warring against each other for diminishing sources of food and water. Today, only a few thousand survive on Rakana in clusters, never exceeding a few hundred. Now a cemetery world, Rakana's population can double during pilgrimage season. Drell have been part of the galactic community for almost 2 centuries. Most reside on Khaje, content to coexist with the Hanar. Those who leave Khaje tend to be adventurers. Gifted by the Hanar with acute perception of interspecies body language, solitary Drell travelers often seek out new species elsewhere, adopting that species' culture and rarely returning to Khaje. Such Drell number in the thousands and are scattered across the galaxy, tending towards quiet, integrated lives. There we go. On Khaje, the Hanar afforded the Drell every opportunity to thrive. While outsiders and even some Hanar regard the Drell as junior partners, if not actual servants, Drell have integrated themselves into every level of Hanar society as respected, productive citizens. Again, this is another race where I'm like, I would love to know more. I would love to go to their homeworld. Same with the Elcor. I want to know more about the Elcor, more about the Volus, more about the Geth, and more about the Drell and the Hanar. There are so many interesting species in this world. So many interesting species. It seems a shame to just focus on, the Asari, the Solarians, the Turians, the humans. I want to know about the other species. Weapons. Javelin. The Javelin is an experimental close assault weapon fitted on a handful of newer Alliance warships. It consists of a rack of 2 or more disposable disruptor torpedo tubes bolted or magnetically slung over the exterior of a ship's armoured hull. Firing on converging trajectories, the torpedoes detonate in a precisely timed sequence that allows the warhead's dark energy to resonate and thereby magnify the resulting space-time warp effects. Like fighter-launched torpedoes, javelins are cold-launched for safety reasons, though they use a different approach. Resembling old-fashioned submarine torpedo tubes, javelin torpedoes compact in individual sealed tubes filled with compressed inert gas. Opening the front of the tube causes escaping gases to push the torpedo into the vacuum, releasing a puff of crystals around the mouth of the tube. After completely clearing the tube, the torpedo ignites its thrusters. Javelin mounts are most often fitted on swift frigates, which enter knife-fight torpedo ranges as a matter of course. Javelins may also be fitted on heavier ships for short-range engagements, such as trans-relay assaults. They are particularly useful in this role for dreadnoughts, which cannot lay their main guns on close-range targets. As missile weapons, javelins are subject to highly accurate defensive Guardian fire. They must be launched in large numbers and at short range to have any chance of hitting their targets at all. Wonderful! Okie doke. In the next episode, we'll talk with Kasumi and Miranda, but until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.